You guys ready to learn how to blow some O's? I hope so, because I'm here to teach you. Sorry for the shitty camera quality, but right now my kid is sleeping and occupying the bedroom, and the camera's dead, so I'm stuck with the old webcam. For the first video, I know it does suck, but I'm just here to do a little tutorial on blowing some O's. It's just something I get asked everywhere I go, every vape shop I go to. You know, the guys that hang out in there all day, oh, how'd you learn how to blow your O's, and it's just, and the thing I tell people the most is practice, obviously, but into that later. There's a lot of things I want to go over, and I don't have much time to go over all of it. Like I said, I'm on a webcam, and this is my first upload, so I'm limited to time, and we never have enough time, right? Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started quick on this. Sorry for the setup. Like I said, I tried to make the background dark for you. It's the only thing I could find I could use right now, so hopefully my next video will be better for you. During this video, I'm going to use my old school GREATLY 100. This thing's a beast tank. It's been through a lot, and it still works like a beast, so that's why I chose to use this for the video. Going to go ahead and juice up, and while I do so, first thing I'm going to talk about, when you're blowing O's, you got to have mouth formation. Your mouthpiece is key. I mean, if you don't have that good tight O with your mouth, you're not going to get the O's that you want. And for me, which is I found best to practice and to get my O's down, is to make like a puckered up, like almost curl my lips inwards like this, like. And when I do so, I keep my tongue down out of the way, and I use the cough method, which is I slowly, like a little tiny, just like a clearing your throat almost, just barely. This is the smallest cough you can imaginably do, just a little. You know, you could pick up on the sound, and you can pick up on, you know, controlling it as you do it more often, and you get used to doing that little tiny cough, which is you know, hard to get used to. But once you get used to it, man, you can control the nose really good compared to the other techniques, which I won't be able to cover in this video, which is the tongue technique, the jaw technique, which I'm not great at because I don't practice those techniques, and I just never. That's just not the way I learned. So, but I can direct you some guys that can use those techniques, some videos that you can watch that give you a better understanding if that's the way you want to go about things. But if you want to go about things with the coughing technique, which is, like I said, the best in my opinion, then stick with practice. Alright, like I said, I went over mouthpiece, tongue placement, practice, and the only thing I can really do now from this point is just give you a couple examples and just kind of go through some Q&As of things that people often mistake and do wrong, and some things that I did wrong practicing and learning that might help you guys out, you know, save you guys some time anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and blow some O's for you guys, give you an example of some couple decent little O's. So. Have you smoke left? So those are some decent O's, some ones that, you know, where I try to, you know, the first couple are wonky, and then as I, you know, go through my O's, I kind of adjust to make them better. You can see like the first couple are a little wonky looking, then you get a little more cleaner as I go up. And you notice when I do my O's, I'll start low, and I'll come up with them, then I'll close my mouth actually, and then come back down, and then start again and go back up, because, you know, obviously I only have a certain little area, and that just seems to be the best way for me to get my O's to flow right with each other and not bump into each other and disrupt each other. So as I'm doing this, like I said, I'm keeping my tongue out of the way. I'm putting my tongue down below my back teeth, right at the gum line below my bottom back, my front teeth, not my back teeth, right below the front bottom teeth. There's like a little, it's like a little soft spot down there in your gums, like a little soft little membrane where I just place my tongue down there and relax it. Nothing serious, nothing super stressful or no tense muscle pushing on the tongue or nothing like that. Just nice and relaxing out of the way, pretty much. That's the best way I can explain it. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do you keep your smoke from coming out of your mouth? How do you keep from running out of vapor? Main thing from running out of vapor is having something that provides cloud capability, and that's a Vox mod, a mech mod, something that's going to produce clouds. Not these guys that have these vision spinners and these ego sticks and all this little stuff. You can do those with them, but they're not going to be as clean and dense as the ones that you're using with these mods and whatnot. So like I said, have some cloud capability, have a decent build, have a safe build. Don't do nothing too crazy. I think the build I'm running right now is like a 0.2 or something like that, 0.23 or something. I don't know the exact number, but it's nothing crazy. I'm running at 80 watts, and it's definitely got cloud capability. So that's one way I can tell you to not run out of vapor. Another way is don't hold your breath. As I'm doing my O's, I'm constantly letting out just a tiny stream of vape through my lungs and through my throat. That way I don't hold it. Because if you hold it, it's gonna evaporate and it's gonna be dense, like when you stuff it. You hold your vape in and you blow out nothing. So that's gonna be a problem there if you don't let go of some of that vapor. And another thing is I forgot to cover actually is you'll see me before I blow my O's, I'll actually exhale a decent little amount of vapor first, and this is just letting some vape out, releasing a little bit of vapor, and just allowing for the O's to come out more clean. I don't know why it does it like this, but it just seems to be easier for me and better for me. If you don't release some vapor first, your first 4 or 5 O's are going to be real thick and wonky looking. They're not going to be real perfect, but some people like that look with them real thick O's. Like when I'm doing jellies, I won't release any vapor, and I'll just blow that real big thick O, and I'll push it forward, and then I'll do my jellyfish with that, just because those big thick wonky O's look good with the jellyfishes that I do. So as you practice more, you'll become more acquainted with how you hold your mouth and how you release your vapor and all that stuff like that. Another question that I get asked by a lot of people is, how do I stop the smoke from coming through my nose? And you don't. I mean, it happens. You learn to control those muscles, and actually sometimes it helps you out. Like you'll notice when I do my O's, I'll actually release a little bit of vapor from my nose, and it's not hurting anything. It's not. And you can see there's smoke coming through my nose. So it's not going to hurt anything. And don't let nothing crazy come out, or obviously you're going to disrupt the O, and you're going to have trouble perfecting them. Another thing I can't get over enough is practice. You got to practice. A lot of my friends and a lot of guys I hang out with aren't putting in the time that I'm putting in, and they're like, oh man, you're getting better than me, I can't do it, blah, 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 blah. Your mouth's different than mine. No, it's not. We have the same muscles in our mouth. We all do the same thing, and I'm practicing more than they are. That's all there is to it. So if you do practice at first, I was very frustrated and not able to do it. I was trying to do more of a, I don't even know how to explain it. I just wasn't doing the cough right. I wasn't using my throat. I was kind of using my air more than I was using my throat to control how much air I was releasing from my O's. If that makes sense to you, you'll learn to control those muscles in your throat and how you release the air when you do your cough. So I'm doing another example of some O's for you here, so I know you guys didn't just come to see me talk the whole time. So maybe you came to see some O's too. So let me go ahead and drip her up, because it's getting a little dry. I can taste it on the last hit. And I'm running out of time anyway. I only got about 5 minutes left for you guys. So like I said, this is my first video, so the quality sucks, I know, and the atmosphere, the setting sucks, but my future videos, they'll be better. I'll use my better camera, and hopefully have a better setting for you where you can see better. And I'm going to do some some build tutorials. I'm gonna do you know, some e-juice reviews, some mod reviews, some RDA reviews, a bunch of cool builds I got that I like to do. I'm a big builder. I like to do builds, crazy builds, and cool builds. You know, just stuff like that. I got some giveaways I'm gonna do. Actually, I forgot all about that. I'm gonna be giving away a FU Hatton. This is the competition clone. It is used. It does have a couple little scratches from wear and tear just from me using it, but it's a good mod. It does work good, and I recommend this to anybody that's starting out vaping and trying to blow O's and need some clouds. This will produce. It will produce for you. I'm going to be giving away some RDAs, stuff like that once I reach some more subscribers. We'll get into that. So here's some O's, some more good O's for you. If I can get these in the camera for you good. So those are some good O's, some decent ones. You know, I'm still practicing my stuff. I'm still learning myself. So, you know, I still get better the more I practice, because practice makes perfect. You can never get too good, you know. Maybe be one of them guys that are doing competitions and stuff one day. Who knows, you know. But like I said, I don't have much more time left because I'm limited to time because it is my first video and I am using a webcam. So bear with me. My next video will be better. So if I helped you at all and you liked the video at all, you know, go ahead and give me a like and a subscribe. Leave a comment, any questions. Actually, leave me all the questions you want, because I'm actually going to do a Q&A video next after this, a couple weeks after this, and answer any questions for anybody that has on how to blow their O's and any trouble they're having, anything like that. Also, like I said, keep checking back for the giveaway for the Fuhaten clone. Shut up and sub on, you know. It's backwards because of webcam, but deal with it for now. I pretty much got into everything I wanted to get into. Only thing that I really didn't get to get into was the other techniques I said, but I'll probably advance on those later because I don't use those as much. So I'd like to practice those techniques a little more before I do a tutorial on them. Also, one thing that I did learn is when I'm blowing my O's and I'm making my mouthpiece, my circle, my O, if I just barely show the bottom ridge of my front teeth, that's how you really blow the O's like a champ. I mean, you're really gonna be putting them out there if you can perfect that perfect O with that bottom ridge of your top teeth barely shown, just to give it that clean cut when it comes out. So hope you liked the video. Like I said, Blazing Vapes. I'm gonna be putting videos out every couple days. New videos every week, giveaways, all that good stuff. So make sure you come back, check me out, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.